Hi everybody, Buzzsaw Gaming here, bringing you another video with my original Xbox collection. Here we have my buddy, Mr. Buzzsaw, hanging out as well, checking out the original Xbox. And in the background, we just have Halo playing on the CRT. Anyways, Mr. Buzzsaw's already checking out things, licking the controller wire. As far as the original Xbox, this was my system for the 6th generation. I really loved it. I had a great time with it. It was just an awesome system. At the time, if you watched my GameCube video, I was over Nintendo. I didn't like the direction of some of the mainline series, and I chose Xbox, the most powerful of the consoles at the time. It was new for Microsoft, and they pulled it off really well. The system I really like. It's big, a big black system, a lot of quality of life improvements, like the controller is really nice. The cord of the controller is extra long and has a breakaway part on it as well. So if you're gaming from far away and someone trips on it, it'll just won't pull out the whole console. It'll just break the cord, and then you can put it back together. So it was a lot of fun. Anyways, I really enjoyed Xbox. It was a revolutionary system at the time, I would say. And to this day, it's relatively inexpensive. Oh, there goes Mr. Buzzsaw. Relatively inexpensive to collect for. I think it's a wonderful system. I really enjoy it. And here's what I have. Basically just the original Xbox. That's the original one I have. I didn't buy it on launch, but pretty close thereafter, I would say. It still works fine. Although the tray sometimes gets stuck a bit. I'm not really sure why. Here's my second controller. Here is the DVD dongle, I guess you could say, and the controller. I'm not sure why this is a thing. They should have just had it built in, just like the PlayStation 2 did. But anyways, you had to have this in order to play DVDs, which at the time was a big thing, and even now I use it as a DVD player from time to time. And here I have my Xbox travel case. My original Xbox, the original box itself from the system, I don't know exactly where it is. I think it's somewhere in my parents' garage, so I have no idea. But I have this travel case here. It fits perfectly inside. It's the original official Xbox travel case, let's say, and it works really good. It all fits in, the big controllers, the big system. It's designed really smartly, and I think it's absolutely wonderful to truck around your Xbox. As far as my connections are so simple, as I've talked to before. It's basically just the wire that goes into the back of the CRT, and that's it. Simple as that. I mean, you cannot get more simple than that. That's the way I have all my systems. Basically, the way it was back in the early 2000s or late 90s or late 80s. You know, all through the 90s. That's the way it was, and that's the way I've kept it. Halo 2 and the original Halo. Now these two were revolutionary. I don't think I have to tell anybody that, but they're great games. Definitely system sellers for the Xbox. Just fantastic shooters, just a lot of vehicle-based shooting, advanced alien weaponry and things like this, which was really fun at the time. And they're cheap as well. These are both relatively inexpensive games and a lot of fun. So this serves as my Xbox collection and my top 25 games for Xbox, since I only have 25 games anyways. The Punisher. This is a more recent purchase. It's a lot of fun. I've gone through part of it only, but it's a really cool game for Xbox, and typifies, I mean, the way Xbox is, like, big graphics and gory and fun, and at that time, that's exactly what I was looking for. Coming off from original Nintendo to Super Nintendo to N64, the 6th generation, Xbox was what I was most aligned with at the time. 4x4 Evo 2. This is a lot of fun. It's I like these kind of games. They're just simple off-road racing games. Just go around, bouncing off, climbing mountains, going through creeks, things like that. Just a lot of fun, and you don't have to worry about destroying your actual truck, right? Urban Chaos, this is a really cool game too. It's just one of the better ones for Xbox, I would say. It's a lot of action, a lot of fun, and just a lot of, yeah, just going in with guns a-blazing, I would say. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Now this is a great fighting game. It's really cool graphics. I think this is probably the most expensive game on my Xbox collection. I'm not a huge, fighting fan after the original Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat 2, but this one is really cool. The graphics are amazing. It's just the evolution of the fighting genre, and it's yeah, definitely, if you can find a way to play it, it's a really fun game. I think it's also on Dreamcast as well, but I have the Xbox version. I think the Dreamcast version is even more expensive, which is absolutely ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun and great graphics. Now here, I think it's called Delta Force Black Hawk Down. This game is, I don't know, $3. It's almost nothing, but it's a lot of fun actually. If you ever saw the film Black Hawk Down, or heard about the stories of Black Hawk Down during that time in Somalia, it's basically like that. It's urban warfare, vehicle combat, things like that. It's a really cool game, and I think they did a good job. And it's a cheap game. It's a lot of fun. That's what I like about Xbox. Even now, to this day, Xbox is still cheap. And I think it's probably one of those consoles that if I didn't own it already and I didn't have a decent collection, I probably would be collecting more Xbox. Matrix Path of Neo. I mean, at the time, the Matrix was huge, so everybody had a Matrix game. Yeah, it's a decent game. It's fun. It's a good time. Yeah, I had this from, gosh, back in the day. I don't know how long I've had it, but about 20 years probably. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I think this was actually called Conker Reloaded, something like that. It's kind of a reboot of the original Conker's Bad Fur Day on the N64. And the graphics are different, they're updated a bit, and the content is different. But believe it or not, the original N64 is the superior version, I would say. This is fun too because it's it's more updated, it's easier to control. Graphically, it's a little bit better, but a lot of the dialogue and things like that of the original are not there. So the N64 is the way to go if you want to play Conker's Bad Fur Day, but this is pretty fun too. Ninja Gaiden Black. This is a lot of fun. This is one of the better games. This is just typical Xbox right here. It's just a lot of blood, a lot of fun. It's a really great game. I didn't play the Ninja Gaiden series since the days of the original Nintendo. So when this came out, I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And this is actually really fun. It's a great game. And no complaints. Sega GT 2002. And on the other side of it, it has Jet Set Radio. So this is a double pack. And you can see it's like they're both Sega properties. And this is actually what came with my original Xbox. So when I bought my original Xbox, this is the game that came with it. The 2-pack of games. And they're both alright. Sega GT 2002 is fun. And then Jet Set Radio is fun. I know there are people that really like Jet Set Radio, but I'm just okay on it. It's a fun game. It's it's an interesting concept, I would say. But yeah, so basically Sega properties, a lot of Sega properties came over to Xbox, so that's why a lot of people think it's kind of Dreamcast Part 2. During the 6th generation, a lot of their games came to Xbox. I guess they had the best working relationship with Xbox as opposed to their rivals, Nintendo and Sony, which basically, I guess, financially destroyed Sega. Bloodwake. That's a lot of fun. It's just basically a boat shooter, going around shooting things. It's just silly fun. That's all I can say about it. It's cheap. It's fun. Great game. Mech Assault. I've always liked these mech type games, and actually this Mech Assault is really good. I think the graphics are great. It's easy to maneuver, easy to control your mech. Just a lot of fun. It's a great, simple mech game. It's cheap. It's fun. Panzer Dragoon Orta. It's a beautiful game. It's really nice. Unfortunately I never knew about the Sega Saturn when it was relevant, and I never even played the Panzer Dragoon games. I think it's Panzer Dragoon, Panzer Dragoon 2, and then the third one is like the RPG of Panzer Dragoon. I've never played them, but I played this Panzer Dragoon Orta, which is an on-rail shooter. It's a lot of fun, great graphics, and you can see Sega's presence in the Xbox and bringing that to Xbox and keeping it there. So it's a fantastic game, relatively okay priced, and it's just a lot of fun. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, I mean, just like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, it's a great game. This is just more of the same, I would say, more fun, and it's great on Xbox. It plays really good, it's really fluid, really fun, so definitely a great game. Cold Fear, here you can see I have a Blockbuster one. Yeah, this is a survival horror game on a boat. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of Carrier on Dreamcast. But Cold Fear, yeah, that's a spooky game. It's a lot of fun. It's you know, survival horror. It's a really good game, and not talked about too much. But I would definitely recommend Cold Fear. It's a lot of fun. Dead or Alive 3. I mean, this franchise evolved like crazy, and here it is. Dead or Alive 3, the graphics were huge or beautiful. I mean, it was a great looking fighting game. Very popular at the time, and it's just a fun game, just a fun button masher to you know, spend an afternoon doing. Outlaw Volleyball. It's a fun volleyball game. I've had it for a very long time. I think since I first had my original Xbox, you know, more than 20 years ago. And it's fun. It's a fun volleyball game. You know, no complaints. It's great. I love it. Stubbs the Zombie. This is a goofy game. I mean, it's like a 1950s scenario, and you're the zombie, and you're the one going after the humans. So it's kind of a flip on that story, and it's a lot of fun. So I really recommend it. And it's a good deal now. It used to be really expensive. Now it's a lot cheaper. So it's a fun game to have. Call of Duty, Finest Hour. Now, I haven't played this in a long time, but back then Call of Duty was very popular. And here I have Call of Duty Finest Hour, which I played a lot back in the day, but not so much recently. Doom. Now, you knew I had to have a Doom game. This is Doom 3, which actually is a really good game. And this is a special one because it's the collector's edition, the steel case. And it also has the classic, the original Doom 1 and Doom 2 on it, so that's another reason why I got it. So it's another way to play the original Doom. It's really good. It plays probably, I think, a little bit fast, the original Doom, so it could be slowed down a bit. It's a little bit too fast, I would say, but other than that, it's absolutely great. And then Doom 3 too, it's a great game. So that's another nice Doom in the series. 007, Everything or Nothing. Now this is a really good 007 game. It's a lot of fun as well. It's just pure action, pure fun. Amped. Now this is the game aside from maybe Halo and a couple others, maybe Conquerors. I mean, Amped I played a lot. And what I liked about it's a really good snowboarding game. It's a lot of fun. You can do just ridiculous tricks. And it also has realistic places too, like it has real ski areas and real locations, and it actually looks pretty similar to what the real location looks like. So yeah, I used to play this a ton. Amp's a great game. I mean, it's just you know, it's probably my #1 favorite snowboarding game, I would say. And Fable, The Lost Chapter. Now this was revolutionary at the time. As you play the game, your character changes, whether you're doing good things or bad things. I guess the soul of your character changes, so it was interesting at the time. It was something that we haven't seen before. Now, I've played only a little bit of it. It's in my backlog, so I need to get around to it. But yeah, it's for what I've played, I really liked. Anyways, that's the entire original Xbox collection. Top 25 games. And this is Buzzsaw Buzzsaw Gaming. So thank you very much. Like and subscribe, and I'll bring some more content, and leave some comments below if you of what you'd like to see. Thank you.